All right, joining me on the hotline, as we do each and every week, is Dr. James Ohliger from the Center for Orthopedics with an injury update. Dr. Ohliger, I want to talk today a little bit about athletes, high-level athletes, in their biggest moments when they're dealing with an injury. And I bring this up because recently Novak Djokovic was in the Australian Open. We've got a big NFL game coming up here to end the season where a couple of quarterbacks are dealing with some stuff. How do you deal with that? How do you manage that as a player and as a doctor, a physician, prescribing and taking care of an athlete when a moment is so big?
A lot of the times, there's a lot of things that happen behind the scenes in a locker room that doesn't really get talked about. The first thing is, as a doctor, there are certain medicines that we can give these athletes to help them with their pains, to give them some types of relief.
You know, I was a player. Docs always were very cautious with these types of medications because when you don't feel pain, your body doesn't tell you when to stop, and that's sort of the difficult balance, right?
Absolutely. So pain is, theoretically a good thing. And what I tell most of my patients is, you really have to use pain as a guide because it's your body's way of saying stop. You're potentially causing damage. Unfortunately, in today's world of these athletes making millions and millions of dollars, we sometimes do neglect their bodies to help them, optimally perform. And this is probably one of the darker sides of sporting events.
Do you see this with the high school athlete, with the college athlete, as much as we see and hear about it with the pros?
So what I would tell you is it definitely happens a lot more at the college level than the high school level. As people progress in their sports, the stakes become higher and higher. So these kids that are in college ball hoping to go pro, the use of medicines is actually very, very common to help them get through the sporting events and season.
Doc, this is a fascinating conversation. We really appreciate the insight. Thanks so much for the time.
Absolutely.
All right, there he is, Dr. James Ohliger from the Center for Orthopedics. If you guys out there have questions or concerns, give them a call today at 440-329-2800.